Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. I'm not feeling great, but I have a kind of a long day ahead of me, so I think I'm going to go take a Ritalin. I didn't want to take it too early because I can't crash till probably 7. Got to time this, Ritalin lasts for about 5 to 6 hours at the most. And then, I can't really do much after that except sleep. So, ironically, though, one of the side effects is insomnia. So I will crash, take a long nap, or go to bed for the evening, and I'll get up maybe around midnight and I'm just staring at the ceiling. So it's okay. I'll get through it. We'll get through it. I've had to cancel very little actually because I try to regulate everything between the diet, the GI medications, to the sleep and the nausea, just living my best life. So I wanted to address the mailbag today. This will be a little woo-woo. 3/4 time, ask me if I believe past life regression is real. Absolutely. I actually discovered that on my own when I was a kid with self-guided tapes that I would listen to in the evening, and I would keep a little notebook and a pen so that I would remember everything when I came out of it. So it's a very deep meditation, and you don't have to have someone else do it. But I had a notebook filled with pages, and it would go to different lives, and it would come back to give me information about a specific one. It's very random, so I know it wasn't my head making it up. I don't believe it was anyway. I mean, there are going to be some people that do believe that, that it's almost a hallucination when you go deep into meditation. Well, it sort of is, but I think those hallucinations actually have some fact behind them. I don't care what science says. I really don't. Although they're starting to say better things in my ears lately, and certain things they will admit to. Kind of like dowsing rods. That's a very woo-woo subject that people look for things, but the electric companies use it before they dig, looking for underground water, pipes, whatever it is. And science says that's real. And I'm sure that some of science will catch up a little further, but unless there's actual fact base for past life regression, I don't expect them to come to the table. But I know it's real. And that has to be in your heart. Do I believe people can make things up in their head? Absolutely. I used to offer past life regression as a result of my enthusiasm. I am certified as a past life regressionist and a hypnotherapist, but I haven't offered it for many, many years. And I did that because I advocated this as a healing method for a lot of people. I do believe that you can bring things into this life and not understand why you're affected by certain things, and the answer may not be about this life. And I believe you bring snippets of information with you. And the reason we don't remember everything is because we're not supposed to know everything. I think that the snippets of information may have to do with your karma or the things that you're supposed to grow as a person here, and you may need that information. So yeah, I worry about like past life readings with some people. If they're going to tell you your name, address, rank, and serial number, and the date was so far away that you cannot possibly validate it, I don't believe it. I will have a hard time unless I'm the person who gets the reading and I'm reading back that this is true or not, going with the gut. But it is a reading that someone can give you that, you know, they just go to town on it because they know you can't prove one way or another. And then everything else they talk about in this lifetime is seriously vague. Yes, I can be down on people that claim to be psychics that are just a bunch of BS. I'm going way beyond my mail here, but that's what I wanted to bring forward, is that yes, I believe that. And I don't believe you need to spend a lot of money to practice it. It's a great meditation, if nothing else. Even if nothing comes out of it, you rested your body and you rested your mind for, 25, 30 minutes. And so it's a win-win anyway. So I really appreciate that question. And in fact, woo-woo questions are very cool. So if you have any of your own, please enter them in the comments below and I will address them. And of course, even, you could also ask me questions about cancer. That's fine. And don't forget to go to my community tab where I have my P.O. box posted, and send me a letter. Send me your thoughts. Send me a card. I love to get mail. Hi again. Welcome back to the car. I'm heading back out to work. I thought I'd just talk to you because I'm bored. No, not that I don't like you, but I have to say, for someone trying to live each day to the fullest and take nothing for granted, it's not bullshit. But I'm having a struggle doing that right now. Partly because of my symptoms. Oh, you know what? Hey, how about that? Okay. Sorry. I actually forgot to put my seatbelt on. Rude. Anyway, partly because of my symptoms. I wax and wane between months where I have more good days than bad days, and having more bad days than good days. As of late, it's been a little bit of a struggle. The nausea's kicked up, the exhaustion's kicked up, the GI issues, lower GI issues, and arthritis. Like, I don't know if it's arthritis or not. I mean, this cancer is not known to spread to the bones, but I don't know. I know one person that it did, but I'm not feeling that. I just feel like I have some advanced arthritis, and I'm seeing my GP about a month or so, and I'm going to address it. I addressed it before, but I walked away with no answers, and I kind of feel like maybe it was not dismissed, but there were other things maybe the doctor wanted to talk to that was more important. But at this point, just as an example, I have a hard time closing my hands, and I did have an injury. It was more of a botched surgery at one point that debilitated me. My arms were all swollen, and that's a whole different story. We don't need to talk about, but not right now anyway. I may at some point. In any case, so there was some, but it's like it's all my joints, and I can't open a jar anymore. Now, I talked to you about the condition I have called Dupuytren's contracture, which is kind of like eventually my fingers will not be able to bend correctly, and I may have, there's a procedure for it. It's not a big deal, but the doctor won't do it until my hand looks like that. In the meantime, I am now having problems opening a jar using a can opener. It's frustrating because I will at first think, oh man, that's on really tight, or something's wrong with the instrument I'm using, and rather than the operator error. And then I'll be like, how is that possible that I can't get that open? It's something that I could do 2 months ago, but it's been slowly it's been slowly a little debilitating. I did do a search on Google for tools in the kitchen for seniors. So I would recommend that search if you have the same issues, because they have like can openers, for instance. Yes, you could get one of those little electric ones. I bought one, but it wasn't working properly, so I sent that back, and I haven't replaced it yet. But we have the manual one that just kind of, you do it, but that motion, I'm having a hard time turning that, and I keep saying, well, maybe it is just needing oil or something, because I'm having problems with that. And lo and behold, I found one that has an actual crank, and that seems like that would probably be a lot easier. They have other tools as well. One of the things I'm having problems with is finding a sharp church key. The kind that you open a can of, like, I don't know, back in the day it would have been Hawaiian punch or something. You put a little bit of a triangle on one side and make it strong on the other side so that it's pourable. I kept getting one from Good Cook was the brand. And I got 2 of them because thinking that, well, okay, this one's just not sharp. And it was validated that it was not sharp. And I just could not do it. And Neon had a problem doing it. So I ordered another one that's a little sharper. I can do it, but I can barely do it. So I've got to find an answer to that too. I just need an answer to open stuff. Oh, old people problems. What are you going to do? I still think I'm going to do, I know what I'm going to do. I'm still planning on opening a store up front at some point with all the gadgets and stuff that helps. And I've done the analytics, and to be honest with you, I don't have a lot of younger viewers. I won't say young viewers, but younger viewers. A lot of you are female and closer to my age, or at least in my generation. And I appreciate every single one of you being here. And there are some that are younger than that, but considering the demographics, I think that helps me like gear my topics to you. There certainly are younger people that have problems with their hands. It's my knees, it's my back hurts a lot. But it was determined on a PET scan, my first PET scan, for diagnosing this disease. It was also mentioned on a side note that there was some degenerative bone disease in my back, and I think it was my lower back, but the whole back kind of hurts, but pain is kind of hard to radiate. It's hard to pinpoint sometimes. You think it's one place, but it's actually a problem coming from somewhere else. In any case, I think that like a store with the things that helped me through chemo, and a lot of you have cancer too, and I don't take that lightly. I think that I follow other people with cancer. I genuinely want to know how people are doing, and if you want to comment below and if you have cancer, please tell me how you're doing. Some of you are terminal, I know that. Some of you are not. Some of you are attracted to my channel because of loved ones, close loved ones going through these things. And I have some caretakers on my channel. And I think that one of the difficult things about this channel is finding the right content. It is suggested that I go find people as close to the channel as mine as I can and see what inspires me. The problem has been finding the one that resonates with my journey. It doesn't have to be a terminal situation, but there's not a lot of older vloggers that are doing the journey. Some of them have already passed. Some of them have just not posted for a very long time. They've healed perhaps and just gone on with their life. And so this has been a little difficult because I can't just do woo-woo content all the time, but I want to live each day to the fullest. Right now I'm in a lull. I'm a little bored, as I'm saying. And I think that's just because I haven't had a lot of things to look forward to immediately, but I do have some things to look forward to. And I'll tell you about that in a bit. I think that it's important to me that I'm giving you content that you want, because I'm not at the oncologist every day. And when I do have an actual cancer update, I get a lot more views. So I know that you care about my journey. Not everybody cares if I hugged a cow or rode in a Corvette. I know a lot of you enjoy that though, and I'm not going to stop doing that. This is about what I want as well. But I like the interaction with everyone. And not because I'm bored. So the boring part is just, I think just lately I've just been going with emotions and haven't felt good, so I didn't do this or I didn't do that. However, there are some very cool things coming up. My next item on my bucket list, by the way, is painting. I don't have time to take formal lessons, or I do, but you know, I don't see myself as a great painter. But my mother and my father were both great painters. They were both in the graphics industry, and that's how they met. And my mother did these fabulous oil paintings. My father, from what I understand from experts, say that he was brilliant. He really did more. He did still life, but he did a lot of flowers. And apparently he had amazing brush strokes. I've only seen his oil work. She started learning watercolors when she was in her 50s. And they were amazing, but knocked me out. I wish I had more of her paintings. I have a couple. But the ones that I would be really wanting to show you, yeah, I don't know where they are. I have no idea whatever happened to them. Maybe she got rid of them before she passed. Although I can't even imagine why she would. She may have given them away. And I feel that, and I've always felt this way, that why shouldn't I paint? I should be good. Tried a few times. I have problems with some perspective. She taught me a great deal about sketching, and you know, I'm sure I still could, and I can do some portraiture. Most of it comes from my head. I always kind of felt they were my spirit guides, or somebody's spirit guides, spirit coming through. And I could focus on some spirit art, but I think that just like I can't own a Corvette, but I put it on my bucket list to at least ride in one, I'm just going to enjoy a little painting class. It's one of those painting with a twist kind of things where you paint your pet. So I'm going to paint Iggy this Sunday, and I have two friends, Shannon and Carol, that are going to join me, and they'll paint their pets, and I think we'll have a good time. And then I can put one on my bucket list that I actually did paint something. It'll be fun. So I am looking forward to that. And in a few weeks from now, Chris and I are going to meet my brother and his wife in Philadelphia for the night. And that is something I'm also looking forward to. Okay, I'm almost at the office. Thanks for your time and riding with me. And I haven't forgotten we're still going to do that ride in the country. I hope that you will look forward to that. I think you'll really like it. It's just, I'm just going to try to make it as relaxing as possible. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I just saw one client. I was supposed to see two, but that didn't quite work out. In any case, I gave this a lot of thought. I think when I say I'm bored, it's because I can't do what I used to do, but I was always such a busy person. I mean, just like 6 or 7 years ago, I was running a church. I had a lucrative business several days a week, running a household. I think when COVID came, it really started to go down, and I never really bounced back. So it was one thing after another, and closing the church, and then sort of slowing down almost to a halt during COVID. And then after that, I don't know, then I got sick. And I thought during COVID that it was depression, and I don't think it was. I mean, being down because I had suffered some losses, yeah, that's natural. But then I was feeling it physically, and, you know, just dealing with those symptoms for a long time before I decided maybe it was, you know, something else. But I think just lacking the energy of running around like I did before is huge. I mean, we all go through different eras of our lives, and I don't know, I guess this one is a hard one, obviously. I suppose that it's just my mind is accustomed to expending a lot of energy. But this also comes with age. Like the arthritis may not have anything to do with the cancer. Most likely it doesn't. Everything is slowing down, like at the same time. And I felt it was a little abruptly, considering where I was in my life about, you know, as even 6 years ago. But up until then, I just was always on it, always doing things, always leading something, you know. And now I have a YouTube channel. Well, that keeps me a little busy, trying to make sure I'm getting more videos out to you every week. But I can only do so much until I have to get a new camera and just new equipment. But I think that would be worthwhile to do. Just have to save up my pennies. And that's another thing. I'm living within my means for sure, but my means are not what my means used to be. And I'm at a point in life where I should be retiring from some corporation, I guess, in a quantum kind of way, some other parallel universe. I am getting my retirement party together. I knew this though, as I was running my own business. I couldn't even get health insurance because I had diabetes. So you're automatically out. So there was certain planning that I couldn't do. And I thought about an IRA, but I was always spending money. I never quite had enough to just put away like that. Most people don't. So it was a decent business for me over the years, but it never brought like wealth status or anything. I'd rather made less money and do what I love than actually be planning that retirement party for that job that I can't wait to get away from. So that's just me. You know, Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. Am I paying the price now? No, I really feel that the universe works. I've always landed on my feet. I see life like a lava lamp, you know? There's all those little bubbles moving around and pushing each other, but those bubbles are right where they're supposed to be somehow, just moving around. Life is always in a constant flow. And I know that no matter what the free will decision is that I make with my life, that spirit will help me achieve it, even if it's not good for me. No, I think I've been supported in many respects over the years, making controversial choices. But nevertheless, I've always kept busy, and I don't have a lot of regrets with the life that I've led. I think it was the life I needed to live. But I'm left a little flat. You know? I think that's why the volunteer work is important to me. The little work that I can do is important. And the YouTube is important to me. I mean, I enjoy doing this. And the most important is friends and family. I may not have a huge family, but they're a good family. And my friend circle is pretty wide. I have good people in my life. That's number one. Other things just come and go. You know, like my boredom. I won't be bored again in a couple of days. I'll be doing something and I'll be pulling my hair out and wondering why I signed up for this or that. Yeah, I think it was just a really slow week. And I'm thinking about how my schedule used to be. All right, I'm blubbering. So, I can't believe I'm talking in the car again. Oh well, I have more to say here for some reason. So comment below. Tell me how your life has changed over the years. You know, did you used to be more active, or are you more active now? I don't know. There's a time you think that you're invincible. And now I'm just glad to wake up and put both feet on the floor. Okay, I'll see you a little bit later. I'm going to talk to you in a day or two. Thanks for being there. Feel blessed and have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Make every day count. Bye.